Imagine a place, serene and forgotten, where the whispers of the wind through ancient trees are the only sound for miles. This was such a locale, a remote homestead nestled deep within the shadowed embrace of the wilderness. For generations, this isolated haven stood as a testament to peace, a stark contrast to the world beyond its hidden trails. Yet one fateful day, an impenetrable darkness descended upon its tranquility, forever shattering its idyllic facade. It began not with a scream, but with an unnerving silence, a void where the usual rhythms of life should have been. A worried neighbor, noticing days of uncharacteristic quiet, decided to make the trek through the winding, overgrown path to check on the family. As he approached, an inexplicable chill permeated the crisp air, a premonition of the terror lurking within the seemingly calm surroundings. The door, usually a beacon of welcome, stood ajar, an ominous invitation to an unthinkable reality. Stepping inside, the air was heavy, not with dust, but with an oppressive, unspeakable dread that clung to every surface. The neighbor's heart pounded a frantic rhythm against his ribs as his eyes slowly adjusted to the dim light filtering through curtained windows. What he encountered defied comprehension, a scene so utterly chilling it burrowed deep into his very soul. It was a tableau of absolute devastation, a silent testament to a terror that had unfolded in the most brutal way imaginable. There were no signs of forced entry, no shattered windows, no indication of a struggle fought bravely. The house, while disturbed, seemed to hold its secrets tightly, offering only fragmented clues to the horror it had witnessed. It was as if the perpetrators had moved with an unnatural precision, leaving behind a chilling artistry of chaos and despair. Every object out of place told a silent, agonizing story, each one a piece of a puzzle no one yet understood. Soon, the isolated quiet was shattered by the arrival of local law enforcement, their grim faces reflecting the unspeakable nature of the discovery. Seasoned officers, accustomed to the darkest corners of human depravity, found themselves grappling with a scene that defied all logic and previous experience. The sheer scale of the tragedy, coupled with the perplexing lack of conventional evidence, immediately set this case apart. A palpable sense of unease settled over the investigators, a chilling premonition that this was no ordinary crime. Initial forensic examinations yielded more questions than answers, deepening the chilling enigma surrounding the massacre. There were no obvious fingerprints, no identifiable weapons left behind, and surprisingly, no clear motive immediately presented itself. This absence of conventional clues suggested a meticulous, almost phantom-like assailant, one who had vanished as silently as they had arrived. The investigation quickly spiraled into a labyrinth of dead ends, each one amplifying the terror of the unknown. The victims, a family of 4, had been brutally extinguished, their lives cut short in a manner that chilled the entire community to its core. Each member, from the youngest child to the eldest parent, had met a fate so cruel it painted a permanent stain on the region's peaceful history. Their absence left an aching void, a wound that time would struggle to heal, forever marked by the horrific events of that day. The memory of their innocent lives became intertwined with the relentless, gnawing mystery of their demise. News of the atrocity spread like wildfire, igniting a fervent panic throughout the secluded community. Neighbors who had once felt secure in their isolation now locked their doors with trembling hands, their sense of safety irrevocably shattered. Every rustle in the woods, every unfamiliar shadow became a source of terrifying suspicion, transforming idyllic tranquility into a landscape of palpable fear. The unseen hand behind the massacre had not only taken lives, but had also stolen the collective peace of an entire region. Without concrete answers, speculation ran rampant, weaving a tangled web of terrifying theories and whispered rumors. Some spoke of vengeful outcasts, others of a ritualistic cult, and a few even dared to suggest something far more sinister, something almost supernatural. The human mind, desperate to find an explanation, conjured up images both plausible and profoundly disturbing. Yet none of these theories brought them any closer to the horrifying truth, merely deepening the suffocating sense of dread. Weeks turned into months, and months slowly bled into years. Yet the mystery remained as impenetrable as the dense forest surrounding the homestead. The once hot trail grew cold, the initial fervor of the investigation fading into a somber, unresolved silence. Detectives meticulously re-examined every scrap of information, every theory, but the elusive truth continued to evade their grasp. The case, a dark stain on their records, became a chilling testament to an evil that had simply vanished without a trace. Even today, the memory of that terrible event casts a long, chilling shadow over the quiet community, a constant reminder of the fragility of peace. The homestead, now a derelict husk consumed by the encroaching wilderness, stands as a silent monument to the unspeakable horror it endured. Its empty rooms still whisper tales of that fateful night, tales that are forever etched into the folklore of the region. The questions surrounding the massacre continue to haunt generations, a relentless echo in the quiet stillness. Who were the perpetrators of this heinous act? What unspeakable motive drove them to commit such a devastating atrocity? These are the questions that persist, whispered in hushed tones around campfires and pondered in the dark solitude of sleepless nights. The true story of this massacre remains an open wound, a chilling reminder that some evils walk among us, leaving only devastation and an enduring, terrifying mystery in their wake. And sometimes, the scariest stories are the ones with no ending.